Welcome, my name is Marcy and this is our intermediate mat flow. Today we're just using a mat and a blue ball. I also have a little grounding pad right here to help with inflammation and circulation. If you're ready to move, let's get going. We're gonna start down on our back with that blue ball underneath our hips. If you don't have a ball, you can use a towel, a couch pillow, or like a yoga block. All right, friends, we're down on our backs, hips lift up nice and high, ball goes underneath your tailbone, and you'll slowly bring your legs in one at a time, just making sure you feel good. Now that ball should be nice and cupped in the small of your back, so if it feels uncomfortable or if it's really difficult to balance, shift it around. We'll hold here in the center with our weight balanced across the upper back as we alternate our toe taps for 10. Exhale as you pull your knees in and keep those hands nice and flat against the mat to give you a wider surface. Final 3, 2, and 1. Now hold both legs in tabletop. Try to give me a double leg toe tap, but as you lower those legs down, keep your low belly tight so we don't push our pelvis forward. Exhale to pull those legs back in. If this is too much in your back right off the bat, please feel free to shorten the range of motion or go back to those single leg toe taps. We're here for 3. Last 2. And now let's play with the long lever. We'll pull our knees in, extend our legs up. Give me a little point and flex here through your feet. It'll be our reclined or supine footwork. Roll through your ankles 3 times one way and 3 times the other way. Then hold here in the center. Let's lower just that right leg. Find a range of motion that feels good to your body and try to point to lower down, flex, pull back. Now as we lower that right leg, your left leg will want to pull in like this. Fight that. Keep that left leg stacked directly above your hip, heel and hip alignment. And then on that right side, we're holding our belly tight every time we lower down. Last 2. 1 more. Point to lower, flex, pull back, and switch. Now keep that right leg, toes straight up to the ceiling as you lower and lift through the left leg. So great for finding those deep muscle stabilizers and activating those transverse abdominals. So if you have chronic low back pain, this is a great move for you. You just have to tweak it to find the right range of motion. Find your recipe. All right, friends, we're here for 3. Last 2. And now let's take care of our hips, pull back up. Both sets of toes are pointed as we open out and around, making a circle on the ceiling. Oh, I'm getting a little wobbly. So be careful, keep that weight balanced across your upper back. Your palms are softly pressing into the floor and you're exhaling every time you pull your legs in. Your breath will give you good balance because it activates more muscle. Nice and deep. Last 3. Trying to only let your legs move, nothing else, so we get that great hip rotation. 1 more, and then are you ready to reverse? Let's try flexing our feet, open out, lead with your heels, down and around. Take it slow so that we can control our movement. Inhale, open, press the air from your lungs as you draw your inner thighs together. And then let's finish up about 3 more. I started making my range of motion a little bigger, going down a little lower. Maybe you're playing around with that as well, but keep your low belly tight. Let's go 1 more and finish up with some frogs. We'll pull our heels together, toes are separated. I'm gonna go back to pointed toe. I'm gonna lower down to the corner of the ceiling on the other side of the room, and then just do a little bend and press. But as you pull your legs in, things want to sink inside. Now I want you focused on creating a barrier here in your upper abs as you're pulling your knees in. So nothing sags. You stay neutral in your spine, low back should be feeling great. Let's connect once again with our breath. Exhale, keep those heels connected, don't let them slide and glide. Last 3. Final 2. And 1. Beautiful work. We'll lower our legs down 1 at a time. Lift our hips up to grab that ball out and put it in between our inner thighs. Now just stay here with me with your back in a neutral position on the mat and squeeze that ball for 10, 9, 8. Just to turn on your inner thighs and to keep that knee and hip alignment as we lift up into our bridges here. Final 3, 2, hold, lift up into that bridge. I have my heels lifted. You can be flat-footed, that's fine. I don't think that one is harder. I think they just work different parts of your body. This one I'm really going for lift because I want to stretch that hip crease out and stretch across the pelvis, so I have my heels lifted. But if you wanted to feel a little bit more work in the base of your booty, I like my heels down for that because driving through the heels connects with that little booty shelf. We're here for 4. Last 3. Just warming the spine, so here's us warming the lower half. We'll lift up and come back to those pulses on this next one. Hold high, squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Booty is high, inner thighs are tired, I hope. Final 2 and 1. Slowly lower back down. Keep that ball in between your knees, but I'm going to lift it up a little bit higher as we bring our legs to tabletop, prepping for our hundreds. Imprint your low back down. Reach your hands to the sky. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower your hands, picking up head, neck, and shoulders. You'll look at your belly and make sure your fist distance from chin to chest. Then start to pump from those lats. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't lower down on the upper body, but you are welcome to bring a hand behind your head right here if your neck gets angry. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Loud exhales on your hundreds. Now you're welcome to stay right here or kick it up a notch with me. On our next inhale, we're going to extend our legs. Exhale in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. Last time. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower down. Grab that ball. We're just going to roll to the side and come on up to a hands and knees position. I got my hands on my grounding mat right here as we go into a little cat and cow. Round your back. I always like to add shell pose because it gives me an extra stretch here in my low back, staying rounded and sliding hips back toward heels. But if you prefer to just stay right here in cat and cow, that's awesome as well. One more. And then we'll hold together in the center. I'm going to grab my ball again, put it underneath my left hand, which is my back hand, and then bring the right hand down to the mat, and we're back in a tabletop position. So the purpose of the ball is to make sure that I'm not letting the legs dump into the upper body. Extend that back leg, so I've got ball underneath left hand, that means I've got right leg working. Lift and lower that right leg without sinking in the belly. You don't want that movement in the belly right here. We're working for stability, which means we're back to using that low belly as a barrier. Final 5. Pull the crown of the head forward. So I want you to keep your gaze at the top of the mat so that we don't sink down in the neck. Now hold this next one up, point your toes, exhale, pull that knee to your same elbow and hamstring to the sky. Exhale, pull forward, lift your hamstring to the sky. Every time you lift your leg though, you're extra cautious that that low belly stays tight so that we don't sag in the low back like that. Fight that little sway back. Final 2. Let's finish up with some diagonal kicks. Extend that right leg, tap low to the left, kick high to the right. 10. Okay, pull the crown of the head forward. When we're tired, this is when we start to lose our form. So to build a new body, to grow stronger every day, we're going to keep our form impeccable as we're tired and finish up 5 more. Connect with that breath. 4. Little pause every time you lift high to the right. Final 2. And 1. Beautiful work. Pull back hips to heels in your child's pose. You can have your hands on top of your ball if your shoulders are okay with that. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Pull back up. Let's even out on the other side. Right hand on the ball. Left leg extends. Lift and lower without sagging in that low belly. Pull the crown of the head forward and find a breath pattern that works for you. I was always trained to exhale as you pull your leg in close to your midline, so that's what I do. But as long as you're breathing and you're really connected with that breath, that's all that matters. Let's stay here for 3. Last 2. You ready for those knee tucks? All right, friends, lift this next one up. Point your toes. Exhale, pull forward and lift up, but don't sag in your belly. Flex that low belly. Flex your booty. We've got 5 more here. Crown of the head is pulling forward, so our neck doesn't feel any stress or strain. Last 2. Diagonal kicks are next. Extend your left leg, tap low to the right, kick high to the left. Little pause as you kick so that we can flex that glute medius and minimus for just a second. So that's just a fancy way of saying the outer booty. We're getting outer booty activation. Okay, check back in with your posture. Give me 6 more. Exhale, 5, 4, last 3, and 1. Beautiful. Flip over facing me. Come on down to a side lying position. We're going to use that ball underneath our ribs for a little extra support because we want to avoid sagging in that shoulder right here. So pull away and off the ball. Don't give that ball any more weight as you extend your legs to a banana position. And then start with our nice développé. Glide that top leg up, extend fully, then lower down. Glide up, extend, and lower. Here's 6. It moves a little faster, so if you need to dial it down, that's fine. Final 3, 2, ready to reverse, and 1, lower down, flex, pull up, bend, extend, flex. So we're kind of getting footwork here again by pointing and flexing, going from plantar flexion to dorsiflexion. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Take a little mermaid, stretch up and over, and then come on back down. This time, hand comes to the mat, ball is just gonna go to the side for a second. Legs are gonna bend, top leg extends out. Keep that bottom leg bent and against the mat on the side of the knee as you sweep your arms and lift up into a side, kind of like a side plank action, and slowly lower down. Now we're just gonna do a few of these because I wanna make sure as you lower down, you're super stable and out of that shoulder. We don't wanna lower down, poking that shoulder into your ear. It's just not gonna feel good later on. So if you feel nice and stable in that shoulder, lift up with me, stay, lift and lower that top leg. 10, 9, 8, 7. I just checked to make sure I have heel and hip alignment. The leg wants to float behind us on this one. Final 3, 2. Now hold that top leg up, pull that hip forward, bottom hip, so that left booty should be firing. Then swing forward and back, trying to maintain that heel and hip alignment. Let's add a flex forward, point back. 10, 9, 8. Crown of the head is still pulling forward, and you'll see I've got a diagonal line from shoulder to wrist. Final 3. Last 2. Hold that right leg back, flex your foot, lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7. Toes are forward. 6. Booty is forward. Final 3, 2, and 1. Drop back down, another mermaid. If it's okay, grab a hold of your wrist, lift up and over, and turn your gaze beyond that elbow. Before we even out on the other side, let's grab a set of push-ups. So you're gonna lift into a plank position first. Now this is just the variation of push-ups I'm doing today. You're welcome to find a different variation. So we're in our plank, then we gently drop our knees, flatten our toes, and bend our elbows directly behind us. I like targeting my triceps. So I'm gonna say, keep your elbows in close to your ribs. Last 5. When you go out, you're more on the shoulder. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now find child's pose. Moving into our jackrabbit push-up. We're gonna lift into a plank and a down dog. I go into a bit of a Pilates V here, heels together, toes are separated. You'll bring your booty down toward your heels and then shoot forward. We'll add the push-up here after about 5 of these. Sink low, come forward into a plank. Exhale to crouch, inhale to lengthen. Last 2. All right, on this next one, let's hold that plank position. We'll drop our knees, add 1 push-up. Then lift back up to the plank, pull into your jackrabbit. Come forward, let's just flow that. Drop those knees, bend, extend, lift, and crouch. Find a range of motion that doesn't bug your knees on that crouch. I know not everyone's knees are gonna love that. We've got 2 more after this one. Beautiful work. Okay, we're ready to even out. Hold a down dog here. You can crouch that as well. And then slowly walk your feet forward, grab a quick hamstring stretch, sink heavy over those thighs. Stay here with the crown of the head pulling to the floor for 3, 2, 1. Then slowly lower down and flip over facing me on the opposite end of your mat. We're in banana, legs are forward, chest is lifted. Oh, let's grab that ball again and slide it underneath our ribs. Lift up nice and high, and then find your développé. Glide up, extend fully, and then lower. Where we fall apart is right here when the leg comes in. So that's where I want you extra focused on your frame here in the upper body. Every time that leg comes in, you're pulling away from the ball extra. Final 4, 3, last 2, ready to reverse. Let's add a little flexed foot as well. Click those heels, lift, then I point and bend, lower, flex, point, flex. Nothing other than that top leg moves, which can be rough because it's the heaviest part of our body and it's kind of bouncy. 3, last 2, and 1. All right, let's come on up into a gentle mermaid, rolling that ball forward, stretch up and over. And then we'll bring our arm back down, straight arm, diagonal line here, from shoulder to wrist. Knees are bent, then we'll extend that top leg and just start here with like a little level 1 plank, because level 1 side plank, because we're trying to find the alignment in our shoulders. I was slipping. So adjust until you feel good. And if you're okay, we're gonna hold this next one up and go into some leg lifts. Exhale to lower that top leg, just kissing your big toe to the floor. Remember, we've got that back booty, that bottom booty, pushing forward so that we don't get saggy in this bottom hip. Last 3, 2, we'll add some swings. Heel and hip alignment, flex, come forward, point, pull back. Now, if your neck starts to bug, you can easily put that top hand behind your head. It actually increases the length in the back of your neck, so it's fantastic. Final 4, 3, last 2. We'll pull our top leg back, stay, flex your foot, lift up, toes are forward. 10, little baby pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Could you tell I was eager to drop? Lift that top arm up and over, grab your wrist, and then twist gently, looking up at that top elbow. Stay here as you take a nice big inhale, and exhale, gently release. We'll flip over onto our back, legs extended straight out. Take a nice hamstring stretch here. We're going into roll-ups. Exhale, fold forward, and slowly lower down. Now, push your ankles together. Lift your hands, reach towards your toes. Stop, inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull yourself forward and reach toward those toes. What we're trying to fight is too much thrust and our legs opening and going wonky. Everything pulls to your midline. Lift, pause, exhale, pull forward, belly in super tight, stretch. Last time, slowly lower. Keep your inner thighs tight, keep that low belly active, and stretch forward. This time we're gonna come back and stay. On our way down, we're gonna start bending our knees into a bridge position. My heels are lifted. Once again, lift your hips up nice and high. I don't care if your heels are up or down, you'll find what feels best to you. I'm gonna interlace my hands or overlap my hands below my tailbone so that I know if my booty starts to sag. All right, friends, let's bring that left leg into tabletop. And extend your toes to the ceiling. Lower, down, 2, 3, flex, pull back. Down, 2, 3, flex, pull back. So you really just go to parallel knees. If you want to make it bigger, that's fine. If this is too big, make it smaller. Final 5, 4, 3, last 2. All right, let's thread the needle. And 1, tuck underneath that back leg, extend to the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep the big toe of your right foot anchored to the mat. Final 4, 3, last 2, and 1. 5 sets combining both of those. Lower, lift, tuck, extend, tuck, extend. 3, one. Awesome job. Slowly lower that back down. Hug your knees into your chest. We'll get a little single leg stretch here before we even out on the other side. Pull head, neck, and shoulders up. Keep a hold of that left leg. Extend your right leg and switch. Switch. Upper body stays lifted in the same position as in our hundreds. Chin, a distance of a fist between chin and chest. You're looking at your low belly, and there's no bounce in the upper body. Breath pattern is inhale, switch, inhale, switch, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. One more set just like that, and then we'll grab some double leg stretch for the finish. Hold both legs in the center. Stretch your arms either back or up if reaching back bugs your neck as you extend your legs out. Circle around. Reach, exhale, pull. Last 3, 2. Can you hold this next one? If it bugs to have your legs out, I want you to go up. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop head, neck, and shoulders. Lift your hips up nice and high. Keep that left foot on the mat this time. Pull your right leg in. Slowly lower to parallel knees. I'm going to bring my hands underneath my tailbone once again to make sure I don't get a saggy booty. Last 5. Ooh, cramp. 4, 3. Last 2. I'm going to go ahead and drop my heel and get a Charlie horse. Okay, hold here. Thread the needle and extend. Now, as you thread the needle, that's where my booty really wants to get saggy, so you're probably similar. Keep those hips high as you're threading low. Final 4, 3, ready to combine those? 2. All right, let's add a little point and flex as well. Point, flex, thread low, extend high, lower, lift, tuck, and extend. Tuck and extend. Last 2. 1 more. You're beautiful. And gently release. Give those knees a hug once again and roll through your ankles for 3, 2, and 1. All right, friends. Moving into an inversion, you're welcome to grab that blue ball and place it underneath your low back, just like we did in the warm-up, if this doesn't feel great on your body. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, slowly, don't move with momentum, slowly roll over. Lift your legs up a few inches and exhale, lower down 1 vertebrae at a time, pushing your legs away from your midline as you do. Okay, let's do that 2 more rounds. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll over. Inhale, lift, and exhale, slowly lower. 2, 3. This one's all about control. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly lower. Now we're going to make it look like we're going into another one, but really we're moving into open leg rocker. So meet me when your legs are over. Press the air from your lungs as you find that position. Flex your feet, open your legs, grab those ankles, and roll forward, stop. 2, 3, rock back, rounded spine. Reach over. It's the stopping that's the hard part. So I would always say, at a set of 5 open leg rockers, I just look for one pretty-ish one. So find one pretty-ish. If you get 2, it's your lucky day. All right, friends, the next time we're in our teaser position, we're gonna stay. Hold right here, hold, hold, hold. Bring your legs together. You're welcome to bend your knees. You're welcome to bend and rest one leg on the floor, that's fine. Circle that left arm up and around. Find the mat, circle that right arm up and around, and then we'll go down to the right corner of the mat. Left and lift, these are our hip circles. Reverse that, left, right, lift, right, left. Okay, let's go for 4 more. I know this one's rough. We want that pelvic stability though, so no movement in your back as we're circling around. 3, last 2, and 1. Hold back in that teaser. Bring your right arm forward, rock, move that ball, rock to your left hip, and then back up to that teaser. 3, two. This one's like one of the side body series on the chair. All right, then next time we'll roll to our side, hold, beat those heels together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Lift those legs back up. Reach both arms forward. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Left arm pulls forward, right arm comes back. Roll to that right hip and back up. Roll, eek, and up. Trying to not sink in the low back as you lift those heavy legs. And then let's roll and stay. Hold here. Open to Pilates feet. Beat those heels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 1. You're amazing. Flip over into a hands and knees position. Let's give that low back and those hip flexors a nice stretch. So starting with that cat and cow, find your shell pose here, stretching out that low back. Say thank you, low back. And then meet me in a down dog. Hips lift up and back. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, come forward. We'll stretch that right arm to the sky. Do a little needle thread. Reach underneath your left arm and back up to the sky. And then switch sides. Left arm, reach, thread, and twist. Awesome spinal rotation. Have a seat on the mat facing me in butterfly pose. Soles of the feet are together. You're going to bring those feet in nice and close, and then bring your elbows here to your knees and just slowly press down as low as those tight inner thighs will allow. Take a deep breath. Inhale. As you exhale, sink those knees a little lower to the mat. One more. Inhale to prepare to move. And as you exhale, come on up. We'll crisscross right leg over the left. Hug that knee in tight. Doesn't matter if you went to the left side, that's fine, since I'm not mirroring you. Now I'm just using my back hand like a spider hand to push my fingertips against the floor, grab more length in the spine, and rotate. Hug that knee in tight. Stay here as you inhale. And exhale, we'll switch sides. Hug, spider, lift, and twist. Hug that knee in tight because it wants to pull away as you twist. We're gonna fight that. Inhale, lengthen from the crown of your head. And exhale, gently release. Friends, give yourselves a nice high five. That was a lot of great work. I hope your body feels amazing, and I hope you join me on the mat next time. Take care.